15th Region Basketball Tournament. Tonight we switch gears from girls first round action to the boys first round action. Last night the Final Four was set with the girls when Paintsville defeated Belfry by a final score of 54-35, and Pikeville defeated Martin County 68-43. So the semifinals are set for the girls. Now we get started with the boys, and tonight we have a couple big matchups. The first one is going to be very interesting, and we'll talk about it here in the beginning, and that's going to be the Golden Eagles of Johnson Central under Coach Tommy McKenzie with a record of 25-5, and they're going to take on the Phelps Hornets. Coach Matthew Lane, 16-13 on the season. But when you look at these two teams over the past 3 weeks, Johnson Central 11-1 in their last 12 ball games. Phelps is 10-2 in their last 12 ball games. And it's just going to be, both of them are scoring in the 70s average points per game. The key tonight, I really believe, Thomas Rainey, is that Johnson Central has 4 players that score in double figures. Phelps has the big guy, Tyler Weddington, who is the state's number 3 man in scoring at 29 plus a game, and the state's leading rebounder at 16.6. It's going to be the unmovable force against the unstoppable action, I guess, that we're going to have here tonight.
Let me tell you what, Eugene, I promise you, man, if you have not seen Tyler Weddington, you are in for a treat. We got to watch him Saturday. He is amazing. I mean, I love his demeanor. I love the way he plays. But listen,
expression never changes.
Never changes. I mean, he can be getting. I related it to the old Hack-a-Shack. Remember, they did that all the time and just fouled and fouled and fouled the other night. Didn't matter.
20 of 22 from the free throw line, something like that.
Yeah,
42 points.
He made them pay.
Yeah.
But then you've got the high octane, high firepower of Johnson Central, like you said, players all over the place scoring, and probably the hottest team coming into the tournament, wouldn't you think?
11-1 in their last 12 games. That's pretty, but again, Phelps is 10-2, but Johnson Central, I'm going to give them an edge in this game, and I'm going to tell you why. From A to Z, I think they played a tougher schedule to get here.
I agree.
Phelps played some really tough teams, and they played really well, but from A to Z, and then again, too, this is old hat for Johnson Central. It's like an invitational tournament for them. They're here year in and year out. And so coming to the Expo and playing for a chance to go to Rupp Arena, they went 4 years in a row not long ago. Yeah. So that's in the minds of everybody. Phelps, they're coming here expecting to win, but Johnson Central has the experience of being here.
Well, listen, been there, done that, and got the T-shirt, right? They've done it all. They're that perennial power in this region that's been there time and time again. And Phelps looking to spoil the party.
I remember when Phelps went to the state tournament. I think it was 1988.
Oh, wow.
What excitement when and they won it, I think, at Pikeville in the championship game. And, I really remember that, and I'm trying to think of who their player was that was it'll come to me. I'm getting old. It'll come to me before too long. But anyway, he was a great football player. It's maybe somebody that can comment and let us know who that was. I cannot think of his name. I had it right on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, Phelps, they did similar to what the Hornets have done this year. They started out, they were playing well. They come into the ball game 16-13. But now 10 of those 16 wins came in the last month and a half of the season.
Oh, yeah, they went on like a 8-9 game winning streak. I mean, they were as hot as anybody around, and it was all on the back of Tyler Weddington. He's got some supporting cast. He's got nice pieces around him. To me, it's which one of those pieces can step up and make the difference tonight.
Well, I think, you got to take the ball through Tyler Weddington, but you're right, exactly right. It's going to be somebody that's going to have to step up.
Yep.
And then Johnson Central, hey, you can have a couple of guys that have an off night. You're still going to be in pretty good shape because you got some players on that team.
You're 100% right. It doesn't have to be one guy carry you every night. You've got Austin Sloan, you got Braden Shepard, you got Ethan Cole, you got Mason McKenzie, right on down the list, and I'm sure I'm leaving somebody out. But they've got the firepower to compete with anybody. But, Eugene, let's take a deeper dive into these two teams. Are you ready?
Ready.
Let's go. Every big fight has to have the tail of the tape. Let's look at it right now.
There you see it, brought to you by Valley Pharmacy, the tail of the tape. Phelps 16-13 on the season, but as we mentioned, 10-2 in their last 12 ball games. Johnson Central 25-5. That's pretty impressive. When you get down to the state tournament, you start looking at teams' records and so forth. You're going to see those 28 and 5s, those 30 and 3s. Those are the type teams that win the region. But, Phelps, of course, the thing to do is be playing your best basketball at the end of the year, and the Phelps Hornets are doing that. Field goal percentage, pretty close. Johnson Central has an edge there. They hit about half their shots, a little over half their shots. 3-point range, there's another point. Johnson Central does hit the ball shoot the ball behind the arc a little better than Phelps. Rebounding as a team, Johnson Central, but they haven't gone against the likes of Tyler Weddington here in the last 2.5 weeks. He seemed like every loose ball in that play-in game that we covered last Saturday.
You're exactly right. Every ball was coming off the rim, was coming into his hands, and he was taking it. We even seen him bring the ball down a couple times. What really impressed me about him, Eugene, is stepping out and hitting a three. He nailed 2 or 3 up there the other night in his 42-point, 16-rebound performance.
Well, when you do that, you bring Rose, the big guy from Johnson Central, if they're man-to-man, bring him away from the basket. Then maybe they'll give you a chance for some height advantage or some mismatches underneath.
Absolutely. We've got you a little bit of taste of what's going on. Let's take a short break, hear some word from our sponsors. But when we come back, we're going to look at the individual players we want to spotlight. We're going to look at the potential starting lineups and the keys to the game to get this one fired up.
And there's another game after the first
Oh, yeah.
one.
And the second game, I think, is going to be a dandy. I think that's 2 tough teams as well. We said it all year long, Eugene. I really believe there's 8 teams that can win this region.
Well,
I've said it all year long. And
we start that road to Rupp tonight, don't we?
Yep, that's it. Absolutely. Well, let's jump out and take a quick word from our sponsors. You're watching APSN and G Sports. We'll be right back shortly.
In life's hardest moments, you deserve comfort and care. At Hall & Jones Funeral Home, we guide you with compassion, honoring your loved one with dignity and respect. From traditional services to meaningful celebrations, we're here for you every step of the way. Hall & Jones Funeral Home, where every goodbye is filled with love.
At Valley Discount Pharmacy, we're more than just prescriptions. We're your neighbors. Whether you need affordable medications, expert advice, or just a friendly face, we're here for you every step of the way. Fast service, trusted care, and prices that won't break the bank. Valley Discount Pharmacy, local, reliable, affordable.
It's Johnson Central and Phelps will be our first game tonight to kick off or tip off the boys' 15th region tournament. Quickly, our neighbors to the north in the 16th region, Boyd County's taking on Elliott County tonight, and Russell's taking on Fleming County. I'm going to take Boyd and Russell on that one.
Yeah, I think so too.
And then over in the 13th, it is Perry County Central taking on Breathitt County, and Powell County taking on Letcher County Central. I'm going to take Perry County Central. And in an upset, in the minds of a lot of people, I'm going to take Powell County over Letcher County Central.
I'm going with Powell. Give me some give me some Powell County right now. They're playing as good as anybody. Hot team, got a great young group of talent. I like them. I like them.
As promised, we're going to dive deeper into our first game tonight and take a look at some of the players that we want to feature tonight.
Let's go to Phelps. They're the visitors on the scoreboard.
Okay.
They got to pull it up. Look right there. We've got Mr. Tyler Weddington, 44% from the floor, 32% from behind the arc, 82% from the foul line. He improved that the other night.
Yes,
but look at that number of free throws he shot.
Well, like you talked about it, he uses his body as well as anybody I have seen. He's not the tallest pivot man in the Eastern Kentucky, but I bet he uses his feet and his body as well as anybody. And really, he steps out and hits about 32% from three-point range. You see the expression on his face?
That's what you'll see all the time.
All game. It doesn't matter if you foul him hard. He'll pick you up and say, let's go on, guys. He is a great sportsman. And I mean, he is really, really going to be a legend in the Phelps community for some time.
Well, he's done so much.
And he's got another year.
Oh, yeah, he's just a junior. That's the key. He is just a junior. So I want to check that number. That seemed like a lot of free throws.
Well, I've got it right here. I've got it on my screen right here. He did shoot that many free throws.
Wow. That's just amazing. You know what I'm saying?
And he hit a bunch of them, too.
Yeah.
But you look at his field goals, too.
No, I put the wrong number.
He took 540 shots from the floor during the regular season.
I apologize. I was wrong. He put up 228 free throws, and he was 179 makes. But he's still that's
good.
A lot of free throws. Yes, it is.
But, but as you say, it's more than Tyler Weddington. It's got to be Ethan Fields. I thought he played a really good game the other day. I thought Ethan really ran the floor well. He's their second leading scorer at 14.3 points per ball game. Then you've got Reese Norman. And I called him Norman Reese, I guess, too many times. They may be on to me about that, but it was Reese Norman. And he's averaged just under 10 points a ball game. But I think, he locks down defensively. He's a pretty good player from that standpoint. And then you can also we'll look at probable starting lineups. But I think the person that might be the difference in is going to be John Sikora.
I like that.
I think he's got to
too.
come in when he gets his minutes tonight. I think he's got to really contribute to Phelps with the starters that's going to be out there. He may even have a starting spot here tonight.
Yeah, well, he's listed as a starter. Started a lot this season, so it'll be interesting to see.
Andrew Canes will be one of the other starters, I guess.
Yeah. Andrew Kane played a pivotal part up there the other night. Talk about him, got in foul trouble, and that's when it tightened up a little bit at first.
It did, and I think that's when Sikoran really came on too, is when they got into foul trouble. He took some of that pressure off. Ethan Fields as well. Johnson Central's I think they're going to come out man. I think they may even go baseline to baseline and try to make them run on the big floor and see if they can't use that to their advantage. Now let's take a look at Johnson Central on the other side. Player to watch, the Johnson Central Golden Eagles. What a year they're having, and it all goes through their junior, Austin Sloan. 20.4 points a game, 7 rebounds. He's got a lot of scoring help, and he's shooting 50% from the field goal area, 75% free throw shooter. And you look at these teams that get to this region tournament, Thomas. One of the things you see in common is they make the free throws.
Well, we talk about it every night, Eugene. We talk about it. If you want to improve your percentage, how do you do it, young fellas? Go out there and shoot the free throw and get off the three-point line, because it's impressive. That's where you're going to add to your points, and he does a great job. Again, 75% adds to that 20-point total.
And he's got a lot of mental toughness about him on the floor.
Yeah, let's go back. I want to look at Tyler Weddington one more time. I fixed that because I didn't do the man justice, Eugene. I'm sorry.
Okay.
29.9 points a game, 16.6 rebounds. I had the wrong numbers in there. 59.
Number 3 in the state scoring. Number 1 in the state rebounding.
78.5% from the line, 41.3% from three, and 59.1 from the floor. I don't want to cheat the young man. I mean, listen, he's had an unbelievable performance. Let's make it right by him, right?
I agree with you 100%.
So I think, and I'm going to go back to, I think it's if the Phelps, I think they got to slow it down, Eugene. I really do. I think that's important because Johnson Central's want to get out and turn it up.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And I'll go back to back up my point of maybe Johnson Central playing a little tougher schedule, even though they're 25-5. You said, when Phelps is 16-13. When you look at the RPI, and that's ratings, power index,
yep.
That is calculated by the percent. You get 30% based on your wins.
Yep.
You get 30% based on, or 35% based on your wins, 35% based on your opponent's wins, and then 30% based on your opponent's opponents.
Yep.
And that's how that's calculated. Depending on your schedule and strength of schedule, you can actually have a record that's not as good as somebody in the region, and your power index is going to be a little higher because you've chosen to play tougher people. And, I would think next to Johnson Central, Pikeville's probably played the toughest schedule. Well, no doubt in my mind. I think Pikeville's probably played the toughest schedule, and we'll talk about them tomorrow night. But playing that tough schedule in the middle of the year, around Christmas, and leading toward the end of the year, it can make or break you.
I completely agree, and I think that's going to be a key to this game. But speaking of keys to the game, let's go to the J.I. Fab keys to the game. Good friends from J.I. Fab. For Phelps, Eugene, when I was putting these together at 1:30 last night, I think it's all about controlling tempo. You know Johnson Central is going to want to push. They're averaging almost 80 points a game. And then I think on the offense side, it's got to come through Weddington. They got to keep him involved because Johnson Central is going to try to devise some game plan to stop him.
Yeah, I think so, and I think they're going to try to rush the tempo, and I think they're going to try to make Phelps work really hard and get to the bench, because when you look at points off the bench, Johnson Central has an edge in that, and they want to get Phelps to where they're having to play. You know, instead of Phelps playing, you know, most people want to play 6, 7 players a game. 7 is a good rotation, I guess, in a really tight game in high school, but they want to make them go deeper in their bench. And Johnson Central, as you said, control the pace and the rebounding. They've got to find a way to not let Phelps get the second chance opportunities. And a lot of Tyler Weddington's points comes because he has a nose for the ball. He knows where it's going to come off the rim, and he finds it more times than not.
Oh, you completely agree there. I mean, he makes it happen, controls the offense, and does everything he needs to do. So that is your J.I. Fab keys to the game. Before we get getting close to this end of this first part, let's go and look at our potential starting lineups. Now, we always throw this out there. This is probable. Coaches change, but we try to go off tendencies and what they've done in the past. And here we go. Let's look at the Phelps Hornets.
Well, like you say, you never know what has happened in practice yesterday. Maybe somebody tweaked an ankle or whatever, but this looks like, I think this was the starting lineup for Phelps in the play-in game. They've got Andrew Caines, number 5, Ethan Fields, number 11, and basically a 3-guard offense with John Sikora, and they've got him as a forward, but he can handle the ball. You got Reese Norman. All 4 of those guys are interchangeable and be able to handle it. And then you got Tyler Weddington, who can play inside, outside. And I'll tell you something else about Tyler Weddington. If he pins you on his backs, he gets you on his hip, he owns you as far as getting the ball in the paint. But what does Johnson Central have? To counteract that, they are going to have Ryan Rose, big guy for Johnson Central. He doesn't have to crowd and push up in there like some people can. He is tall enough that he can put a hand in the face, and I look for Rose to be a big factor in this ball game today defensively for Johnson Central. Then you got Cooper Blair. You got Coach's son and Mason McKenzie, Braden Shepard, and Austin Sloan. That's a scoring machine across the line for all 5 of those guys. So it promises to be an outstanding basketball game to start out and tip off this 15th Region Boys Tournament.
Well, we've set you up for game 1. We're going to jump out for another word from our sponsors, Eugene. And when we come back, we're going to highlight and focus on game 2, as it'll be the Floyd Central Jaguars taking on the Pike Central Hawks. So
fireworks in that game, I guarantee you.
I guarantee it, too. I'm excited. Don't know about you. But let's jump out for a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back. You're watching APSN and WPRG.
At Shelby Valley Diner, every bite is made to satisfy. Crispy, saucy wings, made just the way you like them. And don't miss our daily specials, fresh and delicious, giving you something new to love every single day. Pizza, wings, and specials you can't resist. Only at the Shelby Valley Diner. Shelby Valley Diner, where flavor meets family. So come hungry, leave happy.
Back pain, stiff neck, or everyday aches that keep you from living the life you love. At Hall Chiropractic, we provide gentle, personalized care to help you move better, feel better, and live better. Whether it's pain relief, better mobility, or overall wellness, our team is here for you. Don't wait. Call Hall Chiropractic today and get back to what matters most. Hall Chiropractic. Your health, your life, aligned.
Willie Crace is proud to support all area teams this season and our student athletes in Floyd and Pike counties. Vote Willie Crace for state representative, a voice we can count on for the mountains.
Ready to take your ride to the next level? Trust the pros at J.I. Fab in Pikeville for custom ATV and UTV protection products built tough for the trail. From roll cages and rock sliders to bumpers that can take a beating, J.I. Fab builds it strong and built it right. Locally owned, professionally crafted. Call 639-2029 or visit ji-fab.com to get your ride trail ready. J.I. Fab. Custom protection. Pikeville tough.
Willie Crace is proud to support all area teams this season and our student athletes in Floyd and Pike counties. Vote Willie Crace for state representative, a voice we can count on for the mountains.
All right, we are back here live, getting ready to cover Game 2. Game 2 action, Eugene. Should be a good one right here, as it'll be the Pike Central Hawks taking on Floyd Central in what we think will be probably a tough contest. I'm telling you, both these teams are playing great basketball right now.
They are, and of course, Floyd Central, they come into the region tournament, new head coach this year, being Matthew Perry, and they have really played well. Looking at their stats, I did a little bit of work on them just a few minutes ago. They are 11-1 in their last 12 games.
Oh, they're hot, man. The school record for wins, they've got 24 wins on the season. I think that's the first 20-win season, correct me if I'm wrong, Jaguar fans, for the boys team. Having a great year under Coach Matthew Perry.
Well, you know, and he's, how do you say this? He's old school.
Yeah.
He's a hard-nosed coach, but if you do the things that he asks you to do, you're going to be successful on the floor. Chris Briggs has stepped up and had a really good season. He is averaging 16 points a game. Lucas Howard, Dylan Boyd, Braden Turner, James Sammons, all those guys, they just play together and they mesh together as one. And they're just really tough.
Well, they've played together. You talk about Boyd, you talk about Meade, you talk about Spriggs. Think back 4 years ago, they were that dominant Dace Middle School team that went down there and put a run on and almost won a state title. So they've got a lot of talent, and now you've added in Lucas Howard, you've added in Christian Johnson in the gang. They're a tough team. I think they got an outside shot of winning the region.
I was going to say they're my dark horse to win this.
I agree with you. I think so. You ready to jump right into the tail of the tape?
Absolutely.
Let's pull it up right here. As you see the Valley Pharmacy tail of the tape, like we said, Eugene, we'll let you cover it.
Well, Pike County Central, a really good season. They've got a first-year head coach too, but a very experienced head coach.
Well, he's been around the block a couple times.
A time
right?
or two. Al Holland, he's taken several teams to the Sweet 16 and also the All-A Classic, well known for his coaching at Hazard High School. 20-11 on the season, averaging 63 points a game. But when you also look at defensively, they lock down pretty well themselves. Field goal percentage between the two teams is going to be very even. 39% free throw 3 points to 36% 3 points. Floyd Central, they may have more three-point shooters than
I
Pike
agree with
County
that.
Central. The free throw, they're almost dead even in that, and rebounding and so forth. But I really think that Pike Central comes in, and I was looking at their last 12 games, they're 7-5. A couple tough losses going down the stretch, but it's not how you drive, it's how you arrive.
That's it.
And they have arrived to the – when you get here, you see this beautiful arena behind us. When you get here to this place, you have a chance to go play for a championship in Rupp Arena in Lexington, Kentucky. And, when you look at a lot of people who do – we're in Kentucky, so we got to talk about horse racing, okay?
That's right.
A lot of people look at the horses. A lot of people look at the riders, the jockeys, the guys who are leading the way. And, you got Matthew Perry, who's an experienced coach. You got Al Holland. I just think this is just a matchup. I can't wait to see it.
Well, you've talking about two coaches that have been experienced, that have been around the block. Let's face it, both of them have been coaching a while, had experienced teams. They've been here, they've done that. Although the teams are new, they're not new to the experience, right?
No, and being in this atmosphere is not going to affect what their decisions whatsoever. And I think they'll have a calming effect on their players as they come into this game. Floyd County Central, maybe a little pressure on them. People are talking them up that they might win it all. Pike Central, they're the underdog, but the underdog fights pretty hard sometimes, and I would never bet against an Al Holland team.
No, give me Al Holland any day, all day, right?
Absolutely.
Let's jump over and look at our players to watch all of a sudden, Eugene. Let's take a look at from Pike Central. You're talking about the fabulous freshman right here in Owen Bowman.
And I'm thinking, could he be there was a very famous Bowman years ago that played at Pike County Central named of Lance Bowman.
Yeah, I believe they might know one another a little bit. What do you think?
There's some close relation right there. But he is a freshman, 61% from the field. He can also step out and knock down the three-pointers. He hasn't taken that many, but the ones he has taken, he's been very effective. He's 14 to 32. And again, a very, very good free throw shooter. That's one thing anybody can improve on, but averaging almost 64% from the free throw line. And for a freshman, I think he's very, very gritty. And he'll stick his nose in there and get the loose ball and fight for it.
Yeah, I like the way he plays. Got a lot of heart, a lot of hustle, really a good player. But when you go to Floyd County Central, it all starts right here, Eugene. Chris Briggs.
Well, Chris Briggs, Floyd County Central, don't get mad at me. Please don't get mad at me. But if I'm the coach at Floyd County Central, I get on the bus, I'm going to make sure he's on there first.
Yep,
because
exactly right.
I got to have a ball handler, I got to have a scorer, and I got to have a tenacious defender, and I got to have somebody that I can fall behind and fight for me. And I think he is that guy. He's that important to Floyd County Central. Just like we mentioned, everybody that we put up here, that players that feature to watch, those are the guys that coaches make sure that they are on the bus before they pull out.
Oh, you're exactly right. I call him Mr. Clutch. Let me tell you what, nailed the shot as time expired to bring them here, as it was a tough battle with Lawrence County that they won 83-80. Step back three.
How many years will they be talking about that shot?
Oh my goodness.
In Floyd County Central? And the excitement. And what I saw on that when I was watching that, it wasn't just necessarily this shot as it went through. It was how that gym erupted. Yep. I mean, he sealed his legend in Floyd County Central for years to come. And can he do it out here on the floor at Appalachian Wireless Arena?
All right, we are going to step over. The crew from WPRG is going to take their part back. But if you want to stay for the pregame, you stay right with us. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back to finish out. We've got the keys to the game, we got starting lineups, and we've got all kinds of more stuff to talk about. You're watching APSN and WPRG. Take it away, guys.
Ready to start a real career? At the Carl D. Perkins Job Corps Center, we're training tomorrow's workforce tuition-free. Get paid while you learn and earn industry-recognized certifications. Live on campus, meet new people, and prepare for the career you've been waiting for. If you're 16 to 24 and ready for the opportunity, this is your moment. Carl D. Perkins, Job Corps Center. Start training. Start earning. Start your future today.
In Eastern Kentucky, your smile deserves complete care. At Elkhorn Dental, Dr. James Justice and his team provide complete family and cosmetic dentistry all under one roof. From braces and clear aligners to implants, crowns, and bridges, we help you smile with confidence. Need dentures or a snap-on smile? Our experienced hygienists and caring staff are here for you. Elkhorn Dental. Complete care. Beautiful smiles.
I'm Cliff Smallwood, and I'm running for magistrate, Pike County District 3. Some of you may know me from my 19 years driving a school bus. I may have hauled you or your children on my bus. You may have even seen me in the stand supporting the kids for many years. I'd be honored to have your vote and your support.
At Valley Discount Pharmacy, we're more than just prescriptions. We're your neighbors. Whether you need affordable medications, expert advice, or just a friendly face, we're here for you every step of the way. Fast service, trusted care, and prices that won't break the bank. Valley Discount Pharmacy, local, reliable, affordable.
Welcome back to the Appalachian Wireless Arena. I tell you what, we are ready. It's starting to fill up. You see people filing in, looking around. Is that not a beautiful view behind us? Man,
it is.
If you're a basketball fan, you got to love this.
Yeah, and the bands are starting to make their way in, and I guess that's Johnson Central Band that's on the other end of the floor. They are starting to entertain the crowd, and we've got some great players that's going to entertain the crowd here in the second game. We've been talking about it a little bit, Floyd County Central, and we talked about Pike County Central. The players to watch for Floyd County Central was Chris Briggs, and the player to watch for Pike County Central was Owen Bowen. And, of course, we looked at the tail of the tape. What else you got to go?
Let's go to the J.I. Fab keys to the game. Let's look at that right there. To me, Pike Central's got to avoid that big run. You know it's coming. They're going to put a run together. They do every game. You got to stay away from that. And they got to keep it close. If they let Floyd Central get the because right now I'd have to say Pike Central's probably the underdog in that game. Wouldn't you think, just a little bit?
Well, if you look at the index power rating, excuse me, there's a 10-point difference.
Yeah. So,
but like I say, it's when you get here, everybody's 0-0.
You're exactly right, 100%. And then, like I said, keep it close. Don't let them get too far out there. Don't let them reach out and try to make a difference where you have to battle back. For Floyd Central, when you are the favorite, put the hammer down. Come on out and get it over with and get going quick. That's what they got to do, jump out to the fast start. And to me,
not taking a risk and getting foul trouble either.
Oh, that's it right there, stand of because when I look, you know what shocked me? They only play 7 players. I mean, their bench is very, very shallow. So got to make sure that they're taking care of the basketball, staying out of foul trouble, and getting back here quickly.
Well, we're set for 2 outstanding basketball games. Had of the 4 first-round girls games, really and truly, as you can hear, the horn's going to sound.
That's Hornetville over there. Hornetville's making some noise in the house.
I've been in a hornet's nest before. It gets done. But I guess what I'm getting at is that when you get to the region tournament and, everybody's 0-0, it's important to get off to that good start. You can't let small things bother you. You got to, I guess, put all this atmosphere out of your head and play the moment of the game. I love the movie Hoosiers. My favorite part is when they walk in to the field house there in Indianapolis, and he measures the rim. Oh, it's the same height as it is back home. And measure the floor. Oh, it's the same length as it is back home. Well, the floor is 10 feet longer here because it's a college floor, but the rims, everything's the same. The game's the same. You just got to play your game.
Come and play. Have fun. We've got the big board over here. Come back. Don't go anywhere. Jump over and watch our friends at WPRG. They're going to have all the live game coverage. We've got the post-game interviews, and they get to put the sticker to advance their team to the next round. I'm excited. They've loved that so far.
And we'll be back with those interviews and the sticker. Plus, we'll be right back here tomorrow night for the second round of the boys. Second night of the boys' first-round tournament. There's the horn. Teams are taking the floor. So we have some great games tomorrow night, and we'll be on the air at 5:30 tomorrow afternoon to bring you the preview of the second session of the boys' 15th region tournament.
Listen, guys, super excited you all could join us. Don't you all go anywhere except to our friends at WPRG if you're still watching with us, because we got 2 great games tonight. I'm excited. This is my time of the year right here.
Yeah, we'll see you later tonight.
Yep. For Eugene Newsome, this is Thomas Rainey. So long, everyone.